D.J. Cooper. So for Toledo's Rockets, can they maintain that type of offensive proficiency that saw them shoot the 60% that we showed you? And do they continue to get the Matt Smiths and the Nathan Booths and Buckley and Holiday offensively proficient?
Well, they've done it thus far. More importantly, I think what they've done to Ohio University defensively is they've gotten off balance. But here's a turnover. Talk about not having turnovers. There's Reggie Keeley, strong to the glass.
He's going to the free throw line as D.J. Cooper gave him a good look as he ran to the rim. David, what about your first half assessments? Where do we stand right now?
Well, I think I might be about 50-50 here, Michael. I know one thing. We talked about the turnovers. That's the biggest key for Toledo. They've taken care of that, and honestly, they know where Cooper's at on the floor. Look at the numbers right there. For Ohio, they haven't gotten, their defense has not gotten them much in the transition. They got to find a way to get the defense, turn it into offense, and you got to trust your system. Defensively right now, they're having some difficulties. You got to find a way to put the stop to it.
The personal foul, by the way, is on Nathan Booth, and the freshman center, that's number 3 on him. So, hey, settle back and enjoy this thing. I got a feeling it will be magnificent all the way through. Look at Ohio, 2 Toledo possessions. They've forced 2 turnovers, ratcheting up the defense for Jim Christian.
Well, the message at halftime from Jim Christian and his basketball staff was all about defense. I promise you that. Wasn't worried about the offensive piece. Just got to make sure you really get up and find some things to happen defensively.
Walter Offit was spotted up in that corner in front of the Ohio bench. And he started to slash toward the bucket. Cooper's pass out of bounds. So we kind of start to settle in here in half number 2. Michael Regai along with Dave Secudi and all of our crew. So Toledo, let's see, this is their 3rd possession, and they haven't had a shot attempt yet here in the second half. They turned it over almost again. Ryan Pearson. Evo Baltic will board into the hands of D.J. Cooper, who wants to push. Baltic going to raise up. Cooper on the offensive glass. Baltic again. Got it. For the Ohio lead. Quick 4-0 for Ohio to start the second half.
Well, your senior leader, D.J. Cooper, had an opportunity probably on that rebound to try to put it back up. He decided not to, and here he is again, ball in his hands. Good things happen when the ball's in D.J. Cooper's hands.
And off the Nathan Booth Smith, off it, big step, baseline. Count that. +1 coming at the line. That is the visual of last year at NCAA tournament time as Walter Offit was at his slashing best against Michigan, South Florida, and North Carolina.
First thing on the scouting report on Walter Offit, loves to drive baseline. You got to cut the baseline off if you're Toledo. And I know sometimes it's tough when you're playing a very quick and explosive player like Walter Offit, but you got to find a way to cut him off there. Here's one thing, Michael, keep in mind. You're on the road if you're Toledo right now. You know you're playing a good basketball team that's going to make runs at you. You got to weather the storm. Make sure you try to keep the crowd out of it and keep your poise and your patience here.
A 7-0 Ohio Bobcat run to start the second half. Toledo had a 3-point lead. They're down 4 now. Now look at Offit get up into Ryan Pearson. Keep an eye on that battle. Julius Brown off the take. Got denied by Reggie Keeley. Look at the Ohio numbers. The jailbreak run to the rim. Evo Baltic got fouled by Dominique Buckley, and he'll go to the free throw line. Ohio has come out of Jim Christian's halftime chat with a vengeance on both ends.
Well, that's what you want. You got a 3-on-1. Again, Nick Kellogg giving it up. A good try at the finish for Baltic, but the opportunity here to shoot 2 free throws. I agree with you right on that point right there. I'm sure it wasn't the most pleasant conversation going on in that Bobcat locker room at halftime.
No, because we know Jim Christian. I've known him for quite some time, the long time, 6 years at Kent State, of course.
Well, excuse me, partner, but you know the disappointment is you've been playing so well. If you're Ohio right now, you played well in your last 4 games. You're winning 4 straight. You're at home. You got to expect your players to come out with that energy, especially at the defensive end.
Baltic will split the pair. This is an 8-0 Ohio run to start the second half. It's a 11-0 run, extended run, Going back to the first half, that's a tough jumper. That's right there from Dominique Buckley to break the Toledo drought. Kellogg to step into a tray. Ohio has gone cold from deep. Matt Smith will ring up another jumper. Smith has been stepping out on the floor. He had a foot on the arc. That's a 2-point make to bring Toledo back to within one.
But again, it was that ball screen with the ball in Julius Brown's hand. He has the knack for beating those ball screens either by performing, by getting to the basket, or getting to somebody else. And there's Reggie Keeley again, strong.
+1 with power as he'll go right back to the free throw line. Reggie Keeley is just now 7 for 7 from the floor here tonight. He has not misfired as of yet and going right back to the free throw line.
Well, one way you push that percentage up a little bit, Michael, is you have nights like this right now where everything seems to go for the young man, including the free throws.
A marvelous night right now. If I were filling out my first team MAC ballot as we project that young man out of University Heights, Ohio, Cleveland Heights High School will be on it. Reggie Keeley, the senior on Ohio's front line. Blocking foul on Keeley as the freshman Nathan Booth had to lower his shoulder. I like Booth, though. How about that, Coach? You said, you know what, I'm going to get right into Keeley and go at him with power.
No, you got to like that. You got to like the type of movement he has right now. He sees he's on his left shoulder. Might have got away with a little elbow right in the chest area. But that's a pretty good move from a freshman.
Julius Brown. Ryan Pearson will board the Miss Brown three, and Pearson's going to go to the free throw. He and Walter Offit are having some kind of battle. A pair of 6'4" edge of the court gliders. Well, this is a delight to watch.
Yeah, that's what you want. One-on-one matchups. You got two guys, very tough competitors. I mean, no question about it. Both of them going strong in each other.
So we'll give you a good look at the Mac's leading point producer per night, better than 19 a game. Ryan Pearson burst on the scene a year ago out of Raytown, Missouri. And he tonight, I mean, he has the ability to, he can go get you 10, 12 points in like literally 2 minutes because of his open floor ability. He has such a diverse offensive game.
Well, that's I was just going to say. And if you watch him in the shoot around today, he found different spots on the court that you could tell he's got a comfort zone as well. But he can surely do a lot of things at the offensive end of the floor. Another pass to Keeley.
What an outstanding no-look dish from Ivo Baltic. And that was off the move as Baltic put it on the deck, attacked it with his left hand, and made that no-look delivery.
Well, there's the no-look right there, but I can just feel there's a different pace of play right now for Ohio. In terms of them pushing the ball up, not a whole lot of action. They're taking advantage of everything to the basket right now here at the start of the second half.
And that's 4 personal fouls on Dominique Buckley, the senior out of Romulus, Michigan, and the transfer from Iowa State. So Buckley is going to have to go to the bench with his 4th personal foul, and that already on Toledo is their 15th foul in the first 3 minutes and 45 seconds in the second half.
You've got to be a little cautious because we talked about early. The bench right now for Toledo is not very deep. He's playing with 6 scholarship players only, several walk-ons, and there's also their minus one of their top guards, a freshman, Josh Lemons, Michael, who was injured in the game against Western Michigan and did not dress tonight's game.
How good is that? I mean, how good is that with the drop step and delivery off glass from Ryan Pearson? Just love watching him at the offensive end.
They're getting themselves right back in it. It seemed like they might have not gone away, but they're right back in it right now.
They've stayed connected with Ohio's Bobcats. Cooper will turn the corner. That basketball will stay with Ohio. He tried to find Reggie Keeley in traffic. All right, 4.5 minutes into this second half. Let's take our first media break. That's Ryan Pearson. I can watch it all night. Pearson going to work to bring Toledo back to within 1.